there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War 3. So we're here looking at the Polish army ready to strike this Russian army. First I want to go through a bit of what has happened. One thing that I missed in the last video was that I actually have two more full stacks that I didn't just talk about because I forgot them. We've got the second army of Seoul, and we've got Murat, which is down here, and I completely forgot about them. So they're moving up towards this region to reinforce Junot and Ney. And then we've got Lan over there. Then we've got the Polish army over there. Napoleon, I moved him out there, so now I imagine if the Russians are going to go in there, they're probably going to go in, tear this place down, and I don't want that. And we've got, let's see, Autrinot over there and the other Seoul over there. So that means that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 full stacks. No, 10 full stacks with the one I've got on Ireland. I went ahead and I created the Irish Kingdom, because it actually turned into a kingdom with Rory the First as its king. The only real difference between conquering myself and making it into its own kingdom was the replenishment rate is worse if I give it over to the Irish than if I had kept control over the area. But the upside of creating Ireland is, well, I've got an ally here, and this army which was stationed here was pushed over, which actually wasn't really a positive thing, because when trapped here I could have destroyed it, and we would have the English wouldn't have been able to use that. Now I've got two armies there, so clearly I cannot just move my army across and then face two full stack armies with another one waiting in Edinburgh. So I'm not entirely sure what to do there, how to proceed against the English in any good way. I also burned these two harbors, so hopefully that will do well. Moved some trade stuff, but that's not really fun stuff, is it? Let's see, what else is there? Yes, it is the battle now. So let's go over and let's have this battle. The Polish army with Eugene Casimir Viladit is going to move in to fight the Russians. It's quite an even fight, but the Russians don't have any they don't have any cannons. They do have more cavalry though, because we only have one cavalry unit so far. We're waiting for 4 more to turn up. Let's go ahead and autosave just in case, and then fight the battle. The Battle of Eastern Prussia in 1807, where the newly raised Polish army is going to fight this here Russian army. And we'll see how this goes. Quite rainy. We've got terrain. Where to put my guns? I imagine the Russians probably going to come to us, and so I will split up the guns on 2 locations, and then we'll start off by sort of digging in to start with. But I think we're gonna go through and take a look at the infantry. So here we've got these guys, which are the most numerous infantry unit. Looks very much like the normal French units, except for the fact of the hat. But otherwise they look very much like the French. So we've got those. Here are the light infantry. Also very close to the French, but a bit of different colors. Then we've got this one, the 14th, which is a special unit. I'm not entirely sure what that says there at the end. Legia Nadawiczka, something Polish. Legion, I'm guessing Legia means. But I'm not entirely sure what the other, if it's an area in Poland or something. Then we got the guards, which we got over here. Not really anything different from the normal line infantry here with the guards. The second Polk Piochnia, not entirely sure. The 15th, another foot guard. Looks very much like the light infantry, although they have just a higher. No, they don't actually. Oh, wrong unit. There we go. And then we've got the grenadiers, which, unlike the French grenadiers, these all have bear skins, or the normal line grenadiers. Some of them have the hats. So these guys looks good. We can look at the artillery. Looks nice. And the lancers. And then we got the general. Nothing really different about him, since I don't think he's like a proper Polish general anyways. Right. We're gonna split the men up a bit. And we're gonna put the best units in the center. So we're gonna have these units in the center, the different types of sort of guardish units. Then they're gonna be flanked by units of grenadiers on either side. And then we have the infantry, which we're gonna have over here. We're gonna have two more that's gonna move out and be placed on the flank. Then we have that was unnecessary to do it like that, but we're gonna have two moving out there. And the light foot, I think we're gonna have the light foot. I think it's probably easier to move here because we don't have a hill on that side. Cavalry stationed over there. General on this area. Boom. Let's start. So it looks as though most of the Russian force, a lot of the Russian force was stationed over there. So they've spread their men out quite a bit all over the place. But I do not wish to gain too much ground to start off with, because the enemy has a lot more cavalry than we do. Because we have one unit and they have like 4 or 5 units. Our advantage is cannons, and so hopefully the enemy will come to us. Gonna speed this up a bit. And it looks like we actually have a cavalry unit already coming directly for our flank. And I think it's time for these guys to form into square. And have this unit form into square as well. Not entirely sure where these hussars are going. They're going for the grenadiers. But they just rode ahead of everyone of my men and got shot to pieces. Now the squares, need to break the squares and form into line, because we got the Russians coming on. Maybe they were going for the cannons. Maybe that was what they were going for. Okay, I think we're gonna pull these guys back a bit, seeing as though how the enemy's coming on there. And then like 2 cannons, I'm gonna have to switch to canister to prepare as the enemy advance. Let's go ahead and slow-mo and just go through the line here. What the Russians are sending at us. Recruit infantry over here. It's over here. Obligini. More of Obligini type units.
General is under attack.
There's a proper musketeer line unit. Here was the guard hussar unit that came at us. Didn't do too well. Another 63rd musketeer unit. What do we have here? Some dragoon guards. More musketeers. More musketeers. More recruits. And over here we've got Obligeni and a lot of troops. They might go ahead and do a charge on us right here. So let's switch back to normal speed. I think we'll keep the line, but what we'll do is we'll send over the lancers and the general. So I'm not entirely sure what they're doing here, but the guard dragoons are just walking straight into our fire. Getting murdered. Same with this line here, slowly walking up, not entirely sure, maybe they're going to do some kind of charge. We're gonna have to use the barrage ability on the cannons. Cavalry once again tries to go against the guards, but the guards are holding on, and the Russian infantry is giving way. Looks like these guys though might be charging. Why don't you fire straight forward with the guns? Let's go ahead and go slow-mo. I think they managed. I think they fired the canister through here. A lot of the Russians are giving way and running away. Okay, they're ready to fire this here canister. Oh, you can see the Russians here. The Russian line is coming charging. Coming towards the guns. Boom! Oh, have I gave them fire a bit further out. There we go. That was better. That was better. Canister here, probably doing well. Although they're firing a very strange angle there. The general's back here. Lightfoot Jaegers. It seems our lines are holding. Some dragoons coming in, but they have lost a lot of men of their unit. So they're about to rout. Polish guy just punched that Russian. There's another one stabbing one. Gotta keep remembering to put toggle guard mode, so it seemed like a lot of the Polish units, well, all units start not having the guard mode on like normal line infantry usually does, which means they're gonna follow the enemy quite often. We have some dragoons here, but they're about to give way. I think we need the general over here now in the center actually instead. Given what's going on here. And then looking at how the lines and such are being drawn here, we're gonna have these two march up on the flank. These two are gonna march out over there, followed by the cavalry. I saw had the cavalry unit out there as well, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. Rally the men. Get back on those guns. Fire canister. And open fire. This unit is suffering heavily. at the hands of this Russian recruit unit. We're gonna have this unit march out and sort of hopefully take a bit of that. Oh, over here something's going on. These guys are coming under fire. Halt. You guys turn and you will sort of run around the enemy. Ooh, close. But no cigar. I managed to form square just in time. Okay, keep an eye on that. The Lancers will turn back and attack these guys, and I think they will break just at the sight of the Polish Lancers, which are going straight into the Russian light infantry. We need to hurry over there. Okay, break the square. And you two will hurry over there to aid. The enemy cavalry is withdrawing, so back into line formations. The line is holding all across the line. The general has turned up and he's rallied his men, so we're turning this around. These guys are holding on. Forwards. What we'll do is actually have this one go like that. Oh, it was just general. Most of the Russian army is withdrawing. Let's have the Lancers. These guys are retreating in square. They're protecting that one guy in the center. Since everyone is withdrawing, I was going to say I was going to switch to round shot, but that wouldn't be very good, would it? Since our cavalry is out there chasing the enemy that's routing. Chase them down. Since there's so many bloody Russians, we cannot really leave this many. We need this army completely annihilated. Hold your fire. So we're gonna have the cavalry ride around, killing quite a few of them. Okay, this enemy cavalry unit has turned up, so we'll do actually open fire. Fire some round shot at them and hopefully they'll run away. So much smoke here. But this Russian unit is actually holding out. But now as they switch and show their flank there, it's probably, yeah, they're routing. It's not gonna go very well for them, are they? Okay, I think it's time. Oh, hold the line. Open fire. This line is back in action again. There's a couple of units here that have gained chevrons. It's the cavalry. Is this guard unit, and these two are horse artilleries. And there we have it. The Polish army stands victorious and has protected Poland against the incursion of the Russian force. And it didn't suffer that many casualties. Very good. And the highest killers were one of these guys, then the 5th artillery, and so on. The Russians were fought off. They're gonna stay close to here though, because they're gonna need the rest of those cavalry units to turn up. They're all Lancers, by the way. I have no more moves to make, so let's see what the enemy is up to by ending turn. And also I'm gonna look, we're gonna see all my reinforcements making their way up to the front, because I'm sending a lot of men up to reinforce. There's a few full stacks that still have openings for troops. Napoleon has 2 slots open, I think, and there's a few others that have 1 or 2 slots in each. Murat probably needs to lower some of those light cavalry squads that he has, to lower them. Interesting. The Russians trying to bypass us in an attack on the town instead of going against the 2 armies. But instead we could surround the enemy and destroy them. But there's gonna be a lot of fighting against the Russians. The Kingdom of Saxony's got 2 full stacks, and they are very, very unhappy with us. So we will see what we can do with them. There's a number of those German states that I think might declare war on us if the war starts to go well for us in Russia. If we start capturing more and more territories there, I think that they will declare war. Look at this! The Arc de Triomphe has been built. Ta-da! Which means that we get campaign range movement, and we got 2 types of Lancer units. 2 new types. We can add 8 of these, and we can have this sort of special one, the 6th. So, you know what, let's remove all of this. And then recruit a hell of a lot of Lancers. Probably not going to need all of these, but we've got enough money to make another full stack that we can use against the German states. Let's see if England has declared war. Yes, they have declared war on Ireland, and so we need to keep at least 1 navy here to make sure that the English does not go ahead and invade the Irish. We want to keep the Irish. They've got a British intellectual here in Cork. They probably should get rid of him. The army here, I'm not entirely sure. You know what? We could ferry it to Sweden or something, or some kind of surprise attack on the. We need this spy to create a network, so I get to see all what's going on in Britain. For now, I think we will just hold this army right there. And that will be that. But now we need to look at what's going on over here. So the Russians moved 2 full stacks. Oh, it's Mikhail Kutuzov. And we got enemies drawing in over here. This army, which has lost the most men, is going to fall back to the town and hold that. And then Michelnay will move up, and he will block the Russian retreat. We got an army there, which Lan can go ahead and destroy. The Polish is now going to get reinforced by cavalry, and then there's 1 cavalry unit left. The Polish cannot move too far, but what they'll do is they'll move to secure this bridge, and then they'll await that last cavalry unit before they start to make their advance upon the enemy. I'm gonna have to be very selective of what battles I fight. What we could do is we could yeah, this army definitely needs some other troops. We got to line infantry moving up here, which could be embedded in Murat's army, making him a true full stack. And then we could see about possibly getting rid of some of the these squadrons. And this army will continue towards the border there with the Turks and defeat them. Not entirely sure if we're gonna send this one to deal with the Turks as well, or if we need them over here. We've got some other reinforcements coming in here. Which army is in need of them over here? None of them, really. How about up with Napoleon? Not really there either. This one needs 1 unit. Napoleon needs some. So why don't you march towards Napoleon then? This army is in really need of guns. But what this one could march towards Kurland and take that, and then make its way towards St. Petersburg. It looks like that this route is quite open. There's not a lot going on along here. And then Napoleon is going to go ahead and secure that bridge. And we can see there's Russians there. And this army will follow to support Napoleon in his advance there. These guys will come follow up there. We got more reinforcements coming up as well. Some stuff needing to be upgraded here. Ah, the universities can now be upgraded, which is going to be needed because the few sort of stuff I need to research that are left are quite taking a lot of turns, so we need to make sure that we'll be able to get those things researched by getting all those universities done. Did I move all the armies? It's the navy that might need moving. If I need to move, what do they did have an army in Edinburgh. We don't want that army destroyed, so where are you guys are going over there? These guys, could they make it over there? So sort of halfway, and then they jump over to the ivory. And I was gonna send this one away to do this, but you know what? We need more ivory, I imagine. Make more money. 61,000 a turn. That's quite a lot of money. We need more ships up there. This one was built, but it doesn't actually open up for more heavier ships to be built. So we've got a definite disadvantage there, just in the kind of ships we can have against what the British can have. Cannons needs to be moved up to the front. We've got a unit there. They are ready to move in there. And also I'm recruiting troops here, which are to be part in just securing this area in case the enemy attacks the German states. Because if we go ahead and look at the diplomatic state, you can see that these guys are becoming quite red. Denmark could possibly join our enemies. The thing though is, the Papal States really doesn't like us, but they haven't declared war. But it's different because these guys could turn. They're not really allies with us. England is trading with Denmark. I've told Denmark, didn't I tell Denmark to embargo them? The bloody Danes, they're being turned against me. So maybe I should invade Denmark. That's what I could do. I could take my navy. The Danish got... Is that an army? Or is that a navy? This is a navy. So the Danish got quite the strong navy. It would be nice if I could invade Denmark. And it would open up a route towards the Swedes. But it's really unnecessary to move like that. What I could do is we could load up this army. We'll keep some navy, this weaker one. We'll keep that one to protect Ireland. But this army will be boarded and it will move then to... I don't think we're going to go through the channel. That's too dangerous. We're going to move there. We're going to unload the army, and then it's going to move, and then we might declare war on one of these German states. And then is the question about striking these guys. Let's see about striking this army. They are retreating. I do believe, though, that there was a second one hiding there, so I don't want to get ambushed, so we're not going to follow. You're going to infiltrate. And I moved that spy. Didn't we have another one going for Kiev? Yes. And he should set up there. So once we get... Oh. Once we get this, we'll see a large area of Russia there. Once we get this, we'll see a large area of Russia there. So that's good. Should really do something here to deal with the Ottoman Navy, but it's quite strong. I'm hoping that the Greeks will deal with it on its own, or when I invade them with my army, that will be enough to defeat them. I could attack this one, but we have another one there that could intercept, so it could become messy. Could become really messy. Is there something else I need to do? I don't think so. So I think we'll go ahead and end it right. Yes, Bavaria. We want to make them our protectorate. How much money is that going to cost me? Because I need them to make them my protectorate to be able to win this. Become protectorate. Payment. You know what? We'll offer them basically all the money I have right now. 65,000 franc is what I'm going to offer them. And I'm going to also offer them a shit ton of technology to become my protectorate. So everything basically I have plus 65,000 franc to become protectorate. It's regrettable that our government would find it he's weak and he's destitute, but still I guess I need to increase friendly relationship with them. It says here actually same government type, so he cannot be a king. He must be like Napoleon then, or is he? I don't know. Because we are the French Republic, are we not? Well, the French Empire, but it says same government type. Where others have where I get minus. Example for England, I think. We get minus for different government types. Although they are constitutional monarchy, while we are empire. Absolute monarchy, absolute monarch. So we are empire, then the Bavarians are empire as well. Absolute monarch. Republic. Anyways, I'm gonna go and end it right here. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And hopefully, I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.